out and make an observation of the horizon, and you'll be there with an R value.
So is that evidence? R value? Is that evidence of the R value?
Yeah, because you can work out the R value from just an observation of the dip angle. Simple.
Dip angle?
Oh, really? Dip angle to what?
To the horizon.
Which horizon? The apparent horizon or the geometric horizon?
Well, you can only see the apparent horizon, but if the conditions are sufficiently favourable and you're up high, then that's reasonably close to the geometric horizon to mean that you can do a quick calculation to get R. As Al Bruni
so
did.
on the Black Swan, if we were to get a theodolite and measure the dip angle, we would be measuring it to 10 times greater than what the actual horizon, the geometric horizon, would be at. What would that do to the maths for the size of the Earth?
You don't pick a day like that for the Black Swan.
Oh, so you cherry pick one that fits your model, right?
That's cherry picking.
Well, refraction changes, so you
it's just cherry picking.
Day, which
that's cherry picking.
Conditions.
That's cherry picking.
Cherry picking, suppressing evidence, or the fallacy of incomplete evidence, is the act of pointing to individual cases or data that seem to confirm a particular position while ignoring a significant portion of related cases or data that may contradict that position. It is a kind of fallacy of selective attention, the most common example of which is the confirmation bias. Cherry picking may be committed intentionally or unintentionally. This fallacy is a major problem in public debate.
That's cherry picking.
That's called cherry picking.
That's called. Sorry, let's just clarify this. We're still past it. It's called the Texas sharpshooter fallacy. So you're saying you put your little target around the shot grouping that looks the best.
The point is, the refraction conditions change.
Oh, are you ignoring me? You're ignoring me.
Yeah,
that's called cherry picking.
I'm giving you the answer.
No, I've pointed out a fallacy and you've ignored it. This isn't going to go very well if you keep ignoring me. You keep ignoring me, you're a coward. Are you scared of the truth? Are you scared? Are you scared of the truth?
I'm going to give you an answer.
You keep saying the same thing. Are you scared of the truth? You don't require an answer. I've pointed out a fallacy.
I'm trying to give you an answer.
Okay, he's talking all the way through me. He's been pummeled really quick. Now I'm going to mute you. I'm going to tell you that I'm doing it. Audience, I'm muting him because he hasn't stopped talking. Verbal diarrhea. Through me pointing out for the third time that he's utilised a logical fallacy called the Texas sharpshooter fallacy, where he will put his little target around the group of shots that best suits his argument, as opposed to taking in every piece of evidence.
The Texas sharpshooter fallacy is an informal fallacy which is committed when differences in data are ignored, but similarities are overemphasized. From this reasoning, a false conclusion is inferred. This fallacy is the philosophical or rhetorical application of the multiple comparisons problem in statistics and apophenia. In cognitive philosophy, it is related to the clustering illusion, which is the tendency in human cognition to interpret patterns where none actually exist.
That's also known as cherry picking. Now, that's a logical fallacy, and I want you to address that.
You twat. You're
excuse me, that's an ad hominem attack. That's the second use of a fallacy, so I'm going to mute him again for the audience's benefit. I've muted Rumpus.
Ad hominem, Latin for to the person, short for argument ad hominem, typically refers to a fallacious argumentative strategy whereby genuine discussion of the topic at hand is avoided by instead attacking the character, motive, or other attribute of the person making the argument, or persons associated with the argument, rather than attacking the substance of the argument itself.
Because rather than attacking or rebutting his use of a fallacy that I've pointed out, he's called me a twat. That's an ad hominem attack, attacking me, the man, not the argument. So that's two uses of a fallacy in this instance. His first fallacy I've pointed out and he hasn't addressed. His second fallacy is now an ad hominem attack on me. So I'm going to unmute him and see if he can address the first fallacy of cherry picking. See if he addresses it.
Stop muting me, you twat. Right.
That's the third time. So I've taken him off mute and given him a chance. And he's appealed to format. Talked about the fact he's been muted. He's been muted because he had verbal diarrhea and obfuscated his logical fallacy of Texas sharpshooter, otherwise known as cherry picking, putting a target around the shot group, ignoring all evidence. Apparently that one's not good enough. It's not the right conditions for his shot group. It's a fallacy. He hasn't addressed it yet. He's ad hommed me, then he's appealed to format and ad hom me. So don't mute me, you twat. No, don't rumpus me. Don't talk through your use of fallacy and ignore it and whistle past it, and then ad hom me. So no, I'm going to take you off mute, and your choice will be to either ad hom me, appeal to format when I'm opening the mic for you to defend your use of the Texas sharpshooter fallacy, or not. It's up to you. Go.
You coward. You're the one using the...
Coward is an ad hominem attack. So he immediately opened with another fallacy. That's 4 fallacies so far. I'll reiterate for the 5th time that he's used a logical fallacy of the Texas sharpshooter, cherry-picking the evidence that suits his argument. That's what he's guilty of. 5 times in a row he's defended it with fallacy. I'm going to take you off mute and see if for the 6th time in a row you attack me personally, attack the format, or, the whole point of why you're doing that, ignore the fallacy you're guilty of, cherry-picking evidence. Go.
You twat, you coward.
That's the 6th time in a row he's attacked the man, called me a twat rather than addressing the argument. I'm opening the mic for a 7th time, Anthony. He's not addressing his Texas sharpshooter logical fallacy you pointed out. He wanted to whistle past it. What shall I do? 8th attempt? See if he attacks me personally. It's your point, Anthony. What do you want to do?
To be honest, Nathan, given that I've got the choice, I'm going to beg for clemency for my friend Rumpus here, because I actually want to have a conversation with him. And I'm going to beg in return, Rumpus, that you try and avoid swearing and screeching at us, because I want to talk to you about soundly.
That's fine. So don't mute me.
Thank you.
No, I'll do what I like. I'll do what I like. Let's stop him in his tracks.
You're not going to let me speak again, you twat.
I will do precisely as I choose. Do not give me orders. I run the show. If you object to me running my show, then go away. I will do exactly as I choose. Don't give me orders. That's what I'm ordering you to do. Don't tell me what to do. I'll give the orders here, Rumpus. If you don't like that, tough luck.
You're a coward. You're the one...
That's an ad hominem attack. Before we've even started, that's the 7th use of a logical fallacy. 7 times, you fallacious moron. That's not an ad hominem, it's fact. Fallacious, moronic. You, fact. Stop ad homining me. That's an order.
You're a coward and you're...
Another ad hominem. Is that 9? 9 in a row. Anthony, all he can do is ad hom me. He's attacking me personally continually. You think I should allow this person to be here? Is this a reasonable debater in this section of the argument? You want to talk about soundly? He's attacked me personally 9 times.
Rumpus, I begged for clemency on your behalf, and then I begged you for kindness, and you agreed. Just stop talking and let's have a conversation.
I did want to talk to you, but he interrupted. He muted me again when I was talking to you.
That's another appeal to format.
There's nothing you can do about it.
It's another appeal to format. I run this show. You do not appreciate or respect the fact that I run this show. I am in charge. That's a fact that you don't like and don't want to accept. I am in charge here.
I'm happy to talk to you, Anthony, but if he keeps interrupting me, I can't do that, can I?
Just stop talking to him and address me instead. Can you do that?
Okay, but I just want to say he's the one using the sharpshooter fallacy, not me. But if
Don't
the black
say
swan,
things like
that is a sharpshooter.
So what he's now done, Anthony, is reverse the burden of proof. So he's juxtaposed his logical fallacy and not addressed it. He's now said, I'm guilty of something. I've not claimed anything. You, Anthony, have claimed he's guilty of cherry picking. I've asked him to address it, and on 9 times, he's attacked me. Now he's reversing the fallacy you've claimed he's guilty of, and claiming me, who's not claimed a damn thing, is guilty of the fallacy he's used. It's infuriating, Anthony, and no reasonable man would see it as anything other than totally infuriating. I haven't claimed a damn thing, Rumpus.
Hey, all right, let me address it. Nathan said, I pointed the finger at you, Rumpus, for cherry picking. And Nathan agrees that it is cherry picking if you go on days that are not suiting your model and only going on getting results that favour your perception. That is, by definition, cherry picking. Now,
okay,
I think that you can be dishonest.
He hasn't finished talking, so I've got to mute you, Rumpus. You fucking coward. Yeah, I can do it too, you coward. He hasn't finished talking, so I've got to control you because I'm in charge of you. And I'm going to put you under control because you started talking through him, didn't you? Disrespectful little twat. Coward. Let's not Rumpus the truth. Let's let Anthony have his say. Don't talk, Rumpus, or I'll have to control you. Shut up. Go ahead, Anthony. Go ahead, Anthony. We'll see if Rumpus immediately talks. I suspect he will.
Rumpus, he's going to kick you if you don't just listen for a minute. Just listen, right?
Okay.
Forget about
I
the
thought you
cherry
made your
picking
point.
thing. I want
He's
you to
incapable. He
sound-
thinks you've already made a point, Anthony. You're yet to actually make a point. All you've done is said that's cherry picking. And we've had, 5 minutes? He's still yet to address his cherry picking. He's claimed I'm cherry picking something. For the love of God, no, I'm not. I'm pointing out Anthony's highlighted your cherry picking. You've claimed I am. Complete buffoonery because you're a moron. You've also used 9 logical fallacies and attacked me on 9 separate occasions for addressing the fact that you haven't actually got to the point. You using a fallacy. He's now going to expand on that, and you think he's already made his point? Yeah, he has. You're cherry picking. Hello? Go ahead, Anthony. I'll have to keep him on mute because he can't not talk through you.
It's obvious that you're cherry picking Rumpus, right?